Welcome in, my friends. Hello, hello. And I did not load anything in my show. That's all right. Let me do that while we're chatting. Hey, everybody. How are you doing? I'm just trying to get my other phone working. It seems to be lagging. So I just got to fix that. It's not connected to Wi Fi. Hey, Marabella. Welcome in. And Keeks and Curated Classics and Sandra. Welcome in. Kylie's Farmhouse. Angela. Welcome in, everybody. Um, okay, why are you not connecting to what you need to? There we go. There we go. I'm a few minutes late. I am trying to set up for a show right now, and I had the seller support moved to today. I just was not in the right frame of mind yesterday to do a seller support. Have you guys ever been in that mood where you're just like mentally, I'm just not here today? I have to just take a mental break. So that's kind of what I did yesterday. My phone is like blowing up over here. Yes. So yesterday I just wasn't there. It was Patrick's birthday too. And he was having a heck of a day on his birthday. He was working and then I just wasn't feeling that great. I guess mentally, you should say. So I just caught up on some Netflix shows after I finished like doing all my packing and kind of just took it easy on myself. It's a good thing to do. Okay, is my phone going to work now? Let's do this. Oh, my word. My extra phone, I haven't let it be connected to any Wi Fi. So now it's like doing all the alerts and updates that apparently it hasn't got to alert me for. So I'm trying to bring it over. I feel like we're in a fog. Yeah, everybody does need a mental health day. It's a good day to just step away and take a break for yourself and just think about what you need to do and just relax. I still hung out a little bit on whatnot, but I didn't feel like I needed to be present physically, I just wanted to be a hamster just playing dead in the corner kind of thing instead of having to be active and answer questions and all that stuff. So, I'm feeling better today, you guys. I actually got my car unloaded from the weekend of all my fines, and I'm trying to get it organized right now. So my shed is like even more of a mess than what it usually is because I'm kind of trying to sort through stuff. I'm prepping for my show tomorrow. Actually, I have two shows tomorrow. So you guys, if you are a whatnot seller, you kind of know like behind the scenes what that sort of looks like. It's a bunch of chaos and a lot of prepping, and you're like, what the heck did I do with this item that I want to put in that show? And where's the other item go? So that's what I'm up to. If you guys have any questions, I'm here to answer them. So just call out anything that you want answered. If you're running into any questions on shipping or how to handle a customer, or you guys, I may not know how to handle every situation, but we can talk through it together and maybe find out a solution. So that's what I'm here for. Um, I got to find this other, because I always talk about these. If anyone is new joining my show, where's my seller support things? That's not coming up. What the heck? Support. I feel like I'm hot. Is it hot in where everybody is? I try and do it on a 50-hour. Oh, yes. Tanya, I understand. I worked full time all last year and the year before, and then I did whatnot on the side. So I totally get this. And I am now doing this full time. I feel like I still can't get my ish together. So I totally understand that it's really hard to juggle. I was getting to the point last year where I was like, something has to give. And, now that I'm doing this, it's like, I really need to get my ish together a little bit more, but I swear time flies even faster now than it did before with working full time and doing everything. So, just so you guys know, your time flies whenever you're doing this full time. Talk about using coupons to get customers. Oh, the coupon thing that's at the top of the screen. I would recommend that if you set those up, you have to consider that that's coming off of on top of all your profits. Okay. Last 3 months, I did not offer it just because I forgot to schedule it. I am probably going to set mine up this time, which I probably need to do tonight before I do some selling shows. But one thing that you guys need to remember with the coupons is the first one that is offered. People can watch X amount of shows and then it will unlock automatically for them. So if they watch 3 shows, it automatically unlocks. And one time when it was brand new and released out, I set up where you can get $5 off any item in my shop. But I did not think that through, you guys. And there was many customers that got free items because of that coupon code, and I ate so much in costs because if somebody gets a free item, you list it as $5 and they use a $5 coupon, they get it free, but who's paying for all those fees? The seller is. So you guys need to consider that if you do a $5 coupon and somebody does spend that, and that's directly what the item is, that they potentially can be getting an item for free, but then you are still paying the fees. So I would recommend doing percentages for discounts for your coupons, especially for the first 2. So you're not going to be eating so much shipping cost, so much cost ultimately with coupons, but people love them, even if it's like 5%, 6%, 10%, 20%. Just consider what you want to offer. And if you have an idea what ranges of prices that you typically offer in your shop from anywhere, like on average, I try to keep mine $30 and less. I try to, if I have like a big ticket item, that's going to be rare. If it's like up in $150 for those items, that's fine. But average between all your items, blah, 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 smile. There, I'm smiling. Happy now? There's Patrick. But if your average of items is like $30, a bunch of $5, bunch of $10, $12, $14, take whatever your average is of all your items, and then look at percentages of how much it would take off. And then just make sure that if somebody uses a coupon for said items, that you're still going to be able to pull a profit. So also consider that before you set up your coupons, the rewards program for your customers. So does that help? If not, ask more questions. Let me know. Why is that not coming up? I'm trying to get some other things pulled up. Now I'm trying to remember how to do things. Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, I got that. That is helpful. Yes. So number 1, the first one that is offered, I know you can make them different names, so I really don't know what to call them, but typically they were called like bronze and silver and gold and platinum and all of that. The bronze one, I believe, is the top one. You can't seem to get traffic without paying the promo. Birds Plus Nest, don't pay the promo. I never paid the promo except the one time they gave me free money to use for promotion. And then another time when there was a glitch and apparently it turned on the promotion. And I only made like 1 sale and it didn't even cover what the promotion was. They gave me my money back, but I never pay for promotion. I don't feel like it's worth it. I was a part of a raid train and everyone did pay to promote the seller. And that money that people invested into promoting the show, it really didn't have a return income back to me from what I tried. And then one of my friends, I actually paid the promotion one time, the full $26 to promote, and she didn't really get her money back either. She only got like 1 sale. And I was just like, I should have just sent her $26 in a tip, to be honest. I don't think the return on investment is there for promoting. So I would, number 1, if you want to get more people in your shows, I'm not a really good example. I don't know if you need to be like super high energy. That's just totally not me. I'm more mellow. I'm more of a calm girl. I like to say how it is. I like to be very detail oriented in what I'm doing. Everybody has their own personalities, but there's some people that bring people over from other social media. So you can promote your shows on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, word of mouth, get people in your shows. Another thing is this is a social app. and be social in other people's shows. It doesn't necessarily mean I need to go into so and so show and promote my show, because I can tell you, if you go into someone else's show and say, "Hey, I'm having a show tomorrow at 2," I'm not coming to your show. I'm just being honest. I will come to your show because I seen you in someone else's show and you were being funny, or you were commenting, or you were buying things that I liked. And I'm like, oh, I like this girl's vibe. She's funny. She's entertaining. I've seen her around in a couple other shows. I'm going to go check out her show because I see her on. That is a way for me to want to go watch your show. By promoting in a show, I'm just being honest, you guys. I'm not going to go watch. Anyone else? Anyone else that see promotions and shows? Are you going to go hang out in someone else's show because of that promotion? Or are you going to go hang out because you met them and you made like a little friendship because you had a conversation in another show? That's just my honest opinion. I make friends and then I go check them out and I go hang out. Yes, you can ask a shipping question, traveling and thrifting. Yes, you can totally do that. And I will scroll back if I missed it. Um, Hopefully that answers your question about trying to get more traffic into your show, because I feel like that is very helpful. Always be yourself. Um, let's see. How do I get into raid trains? I would reach out to the train hosts of trains that you actually enjoy, that you feel like you would fit into. So if you are a Rusty Crusty seller and you find a raid train that is selling Rusty Crusty items, reach out to them and be like, hey, if you have an opening in a future one, or if you offer this train again, I would love to be considered. This is the kind of items that I sell. If you're not familiar with me, you can kind of, send them some information about yourself, or take a screenshot of some of the items in your shop so they can kind of see that, oh, yeah, you would be a perfect fit for that rate train. I feel like that is very helpful. I just did this to myself the other day. I was a part of a big rate train. It was just a banger and a giveaway. And I came across somebody that was having a milk glass show. You guys, I have like 30 items of milk glass left over from a big lot that I have. I've been having trouble trying to get those items sold, because when it's less and less, it's harder to have a full show on it. So why not join a milk glass train? I found somebody and I was like, hey, I see you're having a milk glass train. If anybody drops out, I would love to join. I have tons of milk glass that I can totally hop in last minute. I'm ready to go. And she's like, well, right now it's currently full, but I'll keep you in mind if somebody drops out. And then she invited me to a future train. So that totally works, you guys. I literally did it just a few days ago. It totally works. I very much promise. Hopefully that is helpful, but trust me, that does work. Make friends with people that do rate trains as well. Never been to a show someone self promoted. Yep. Yeah, I agree. You're iffy on it. If they still encourage promoting, I try to still be engaging and support them. Yeah, I mean, I still bookmark somebody if they promote themselves and I feel like they're being chatty in the chat. But if they're just self promoting to self promote, I just don't feel like I want to bookmark their show, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm just weird. I would like to have like a connection with someone, rather than, hey, they're just dropping a show in a chat. Mirabella, just so I learned how to use the bulk toggle to click on many items in inventory, switch them from bin to auction. It worked even with the different pricing. Is that on the computer, Mirabella? Or is that from your phone? I feel like that is on the computer, but let me know. I gotta expand this chat out because I'm missing some questions. Okay, traveling and thrifting. I'm loading my show and I got to the 48th item and it won't let me select the ounces any longer. It will only let me pick custom or bundle or 12 by 12. Custom or bundle. This is on under the listing. Let me try to set up something really quick and see if I'm having an issue. If you're having trouble loading an item, uh, hold on. Vintage. I'm just going to put test, period. Condition is good. Quantity, how much it is $5. Shipping profile. Shipping profile. Um, My ounces and everything is coming up. If you are having that issue traveling and thrifting, maybe close out your app completely and come back in and see if that works, or restart your device. Maybe there's a glitch happening. See if your app needs to be updated. But I'm not having that shipping issue, so I don't feel like it's a glitch. But a few days ago, there was an issue with selecting different weights. I was just loading items and shipping won't come up now. Oh, room 403, if you're having the issue too, maybe there is a glitch going on. It just took me a few times clicking it and it came up. But if it continues happening, it may just be a glitch. Um, my goal is to do some trains this year. Well, Tanya, totally hop in there. If you find any trains that you want to be a part of, reach out to those people and say, hey, I would love to join one. Just get your name out there for a couple and, see what you can handle. I would sign up for trains whenever you have items that you can fully um that you already have items for. That's what I'm trying to say. Sign up for a train that you already have items for instead of signing up for a red, white, a blue and white show, and then you don't have any blue and white items where you have to go out there and source. Sign up for trains that you already have items for so you're not having to source, especially if you are new. Traveling and thrifting, let me know if you continue having issues. Let me know. I can look up on the whatnot support thing and see if they're indicating if there's any issues. I know the other day, it was last week, there was an issue with the weights, and they did mention that in my Facebook group. And then I actually saw it myself that it was happening. So some people may see issues before other people can. I'm not having an issue with shipping either. Yeah, sometimes it may not happen for everybody. Like 10% of people may have issues being able to be able to see the shipping, and then the rest, everybody else is just fine. And then all of a sudden, everybody's going to have a problem. So that's just something that you would need to consider. Hey, Heart to Haven, I didn't see you come in here. Welcome in. I'm gonna mod you, but don't feel pressured, okay? I just know you like the practice, so that's cool. Let me mention this in the chat. If anybody is new here, if you screenshot my QR code at the bottom of the screen down here, it has a link to my Amazon storefront. It has a link to my Facebook group, a Facebook group that is for vintage community. It is super friendly and um super friendly and helpful. How about that? Instead of some of the other whatnot groups. So if you guys are interested in joining, all you have to do is find that on the link tree that I have, and enter the information of who you are, like what your whatnot name is, and that you're actually a human being. And just make sure that we're not getting robots or spammers coming in, and then we can get you into that group. It is very helpful whenever you're kind of running into issues, especially as a new seller. I feel like that whatnot page is very handy. It is the vintage community whatnot brainstorm. It looks like this whenever you guys whenever you pull it up on the Facebook page, it actually looks like that picture that you guys see at the bottom of the screen. But the easiest way to find it is if you scan the QR code right there, and it will give you a direct link to it. And both of them are listed in my auction tab, you guys. Both of them are listed in my auction tab. Is the tip setting always on? Not everybody's show. Do you guys see a tip setting on the right-hand side under promote? Do you guys see that on I think it would be over here, right-hand side? Do you guys see promote, and then when you click on it, do you see tip under that? You don't. Okay. Not everybody always has that. I don't know what makes that change, but if you guys ever want to tip somebody, you can click on their profile picture at the top of the screen, which is going to be the opposite for me. It'll be over here, my logo, and you click on that, and then you should be able to have the option to go to profile. What is it? Profile, and down to give them a tip or something like that. And then sometimes when I'm in other people's shows, it's under boost or promote. And you can click on boost or promote, and then there's the option to tip under that as well. I don't know what makes the difference between one seller versus another one. You guys are always making updates, it's always changing. So it's either one way or another if you do want to give somebody a tip, but that's how you do that. Um, when we click on your name, the first option is tip or boost. Oh, okay. See, I can't see that as myself. If I click on my name, it doesn't do anything. So I can't see that well live. Um, and everybody is always different. But I know when I've been in other people's shows, if I want to boost them under boost, I've seen where you can tip. But then other times I don't see tip option there and I have to go to their profile to do that. So if you click on the boost emoji, it gives the tip option. Yeah, sometimes for sure. Um, you have to click your profile picture. Be more thrifty. Good to see you. I didn't even say hi, and I saw you commenting. Oh, traveling and thrifting. You said it worked. Going out and coming back in. Yes. Yes, you guys, if you're ever having issues with the Whatnot app, if you cannot suddenly hear somebody in their chat, like you can see their mouth moving and you cannot hear them, and it seems like other people can hear them, go out and come back into their show, see if it fixes it. If you're having issues with loading items, go out and come back in. Sometimes it's just a little glitch. It's kind of like the old school way. Did you restart your computer? Did it fix the problem? Kind of thing. But we just close the app and come back in and it should fix it. So that is just something that is helpful. So if you guys ever have any issues, try that and see if it fixes your problem. And I know I saw another comment above. So hold on a second. Is that your setup for tomorrow behind you? It looks gorgeous. Oh, yes, that is starting to be my setup. I'm working on it. As you can see, I have tons of items like below that I haven't got displayed up. And I also have this lamp right here that is going to be up for sale. It is cloisonne lamp. And even the topper that holds the lampshade on matches the base, which is absolutely awesome. And you guys, this piece right here is the heaviest piece of brass I have found. Holy moly. My desert rabbit, welcome in. This is so heavy, you guys. Oh, there's greenery in there. I got it from a auction and I had to go pick it up in Oklahoma. But you guys, this thing probably weighs like 6 pounds. It is so heavy. I showed a picture to my dad and he's like, "Do you think that's brass?" And I was like, "I hope so. It looks like it." It was the only item I wanted out of the lot. I bought this whole lot just for that piece. That's so crazy, but I'm very excited. I even have rose medallion right there. I have some other pieces. I even have a cloisonne cat. I'm so excited. Yeah, that was my first time. I actually found a decent amount of items on auction. Is there faux coral you could stage with it? Oh man, I don't have faux coral, but man, that would be cute. Wonder if I can DIY that. Heart to Haven, you're so bad. I never see coral around here, but I live in the middle of Texas. But if I find an auction site, I try to find lots of lots to pick up because I have to drive over 2 hours to get to it and then drive back. So I want to make sure that I find good items and lots of them to make my, I guess, my travel well worth it because I have to figure in that gas over and back in my time into that money as well that I'm spending. So I was really excited that I found, I think I was able to pick up 5 lots that day. So I was very, very excited. I'm hoping I could pick up another one this week. Your auction house is a mile away. Oh my gosh, Desert Rabbit, you are so lucky. I have to drive really far. I live in Texas, the northern side of Texas, and I drive into Oklahoma to go to a decent auction house because they have some really good stuff. You guys, I'm really excited about some of my finds. I even found this cute little cap gun in the lot that I got with the shell. Apparently that was in there. I didn't even know I was getting that and it actually works. I'm so excited. I don't even know. Oh, look at that. It's so cute. It actually opens up and everything. So fun. I don't have any of the caps, but isn't that fun? Wait, it has a cow on it. Look at that. That's so cool. Anyways, I gotta read questions. Let me read it on this. Uh Once upon a thrift, you found the group or you can't. Let me know. It should be under vintage community whatnot brainstorm, WN brainstorm, if you can't find it. Um Oh, you can't find it. Yeah, try to look it up that way. Is the link not working? Any blue and white items? Gina, I'm not really selling today currently. I'm not really selling any items today other than like my shipping guide that I have in my bin. I have my shipping guide out there if anybody needs a shipping guide. You typed it in and it doesn't pop up under group. Vintage community whatnot brainstorm. It looks like this, you guys. Um, oh wow, they just changed everything on the Facebook. How do I see groups? That's friend requests. How do I see groups now? Oh my gosh, I hate when whatnot Facebook updates. I can't figure out stuff. Groups. My old ass self can't figure out things. Okay, it somebody sent a request, but that's what it looks like. Vintage community whatnot brainstorm. Or if it's easier, you guys, just look me up. This is me. Send me a message on Facebook and I can get you added. Send me a message. But it's vintage community, whatnot brainstorm, and I can get you added into the group if you're having trouble finding it. But it's literally like what was on the at the bottom of the screen. Hey Christy, welcome in. Girl, I listened to your whatnot show yesterday, and I was just in a mental health mood and I was all crying listening to you. I actually had to click off of it. I couldn't handle it. I was in such a bad state of mind yesterday. Oh my goodness. I even had to move my show for seller support that I normally have on Mondays over because I just was not in the right frame of mind. But you made me start thinking, what is my why? And I'm just like, I really need to get my focus back on things. So, anyways, I love you, Christy. You helped me kind of through that, so I think that was good. You had my mind moving and trying to get out of that thought process. Okay, I'm missing questions. Let me scroll back. I need to win at least 3 to 5 good lots if you're driving for. Oh yeah, our marketplace. You have a box of caps, Desert Rabbit. How cool is that? Mine didn't come with anything. I didn't even know I was getting that. You typed it in, doesn't pop up under group. It's a private group, so maybe that's why you guys are having trouble finding it, just because I have it locked down because I don't want a lot of weirdos getting in there, from another country into that whatnot group. So traveling and thrifting, I'm glad that it worked for you. I'm so, so glad. Okay, I got a message. I got a message from somebody. Once upon a thrift. Is your name Amber? If that's you, I will get you added into the Facebook group. Yes, that's you. I just saw it pop up. So, Amber, I will get you taken care of after the show. I don't want to be sidetracked. Oh, you're welcome. That's why I do seller supports, guys. If you have questions and you just need a little bit of help, just ask when I'm on. Because I know there's a lot to learn from this app, and it's fine. Some people are having problems finding that one, and then other times it's really easy. That's why I was hoping that the QR code would make it easier. But if it's not working either, I know sometimes Facebook updates the link, and I have to go in and fix that too. So that could be part of the problem. Um, you want to change your name on here, but you're scared. Why do you want to change it? Um, Let me see. You sold 640 items. If you want to change it, I would say now is the time to change it before you hit your 1,000 where people really know you really well. Mirabella, haven't you bought a shipping guide? I swear you bought one. But thank you for your purchase. I appreciate it. If you want to change your name on here, it is very easy to. Oh, you haven't bought one. I swear you did. I wasn't judging you. I was just like, I swear you did. Do you need another one? Did it arrive bad? Um, Shoot. I'm gonna pin this since you did mention it at the bottom. I got sidetracked, you guys. If you want to change your whatnot username on here, you would go into your profile, which would look like this. So this is like my profile at the bottom of the screen. You have to make sure that you're clicking this at the bottom. You would go into your profile and then you would click on edit profile. And then right here where it says username, you would change it right there. Now, if you have pending orders or packages, it will not let you change it yourself. If it's not letting you change it yourself, you just message whatnot and say, hey, I want to change my username to this. Can you change it for me since I have orders pending? And it is very easy. Now, if you are changing your username and you've already been a seller on the app, you may take a dip in viewers and all of that until everybody gets to know you. So you may do like a show and be like, hey, I changed my name. This is what it was. This is what it is. And I would keep your profile picture the same for a while so people can relate that this person is the same person. You just changed your username. So everybody kind of gets used to you. And another big recommendation, you guys, if you do other social media, I would make sure that your name on the whatnot matches your Instagram, matches your Facebook, matches your TikTok. If you have a YouTube, make them all the same. So if somebody finds you here and they absolutely love you, they can find you over there on the TikTok. Like if you guys want to find me on TikTok, you can find me by searching Gems and Joy. You can find me on Facebook with the same name, Instagram, the same name, Pinterest, the same name. You guys, everywhere, I am Gems and Joy. So you know you're going to be talking to me everywhere. Put your old username in your bio for a little bit. Yes. Yes, you can do that as well, definitely. And I would also keep your profile picture the same for a while for sure. So everybody kind of gets used to you, what your name has been. I looked on all those apps for your name to ensure it was not taken. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Yes, yes, yes. So mine was not taken. Of course, I've been in business for a very long time, like over 10 years. I've been doing other things. So I kind of slowly went into this. But I really did not have a big following. I didn't even tell my following that I was coming over to whatnot. I just did this. I grew Whatnot back when it was Vintage Decor was still relatively new on the app. And I grown into this. And now it's just literally taking off. And there's people that have barely been on here less than a year and they're already having as many followers as me. So it's just absolutely crazy, including a GoDaddy. Oh, and your LLC. Yeah, you can create an LLC if you want to. Yes, it's not a requirement, but that's up to you. That's a legal thing. I'm not going to go into those discussions. That is with you and your accountant and possibly an attorney if you want to go into LLC, but that's another ball game and I don't want to talk about that. I'm gonna change mine. I'm gonna let all these orders I made process. I've been on here 2 weeks, spent way too much. It is addictive, Red Daniel. If you guys don't know if you're finding that it is so addictive that you feel like you're swiping a lot and it's hurting your pocketbook and you cannot handle it, there is a way to put restrictions on your spending. You can restrict it per month or per week, and you would just have to reset it every week. And it is very helpful. So where you can still have your card on the account, but it restricts you on how much you can spend, and that is very wise to do. I recommend announcing in a show. I'm going to be changing my name. Yes, yes. Another thing that you guys can do, no problem, is actually what you're doing for your future in case you ever want a physical store. Yeah, that's completely up to you, Desert Rabbit. Yeah, like I said, it's just it LLC, I feel like it safeguards you a little bit more. I haven't ventured down that realm yet, but I don't have a physical store and I don't have my booth anymore. So I feel like I'm a little bit okay. But I feel like the moment that you have a customer in your presence, it's a little bit different than more online based. So, but I feel like it could impact you by sending stuff, but I feel like Whatnot has my back a little bit more. Um, Will I lose my bookmarks on my show if you edit the title? No, you will not. No, you will not. As long as you do not cancel a show, you will not lose it. Another thing that you can do before you change your name, this is another good idea. This just came to me, okay? If you guys see that I have this at the bottom of my screen, it's right here. I leave it in my auction tab. It says click to be alerted whenever I go live. I would start having, 5 shows, and every show keep talking about it. Say, hey, you guys, I'm going to be changing my name. And if you guys want to make sure that you continue seeing my shows and you don't get confused of whenever I do go live, click on this alert bell and you will be alerted so you know when I am live, so you don't miss me whenever my name is changed. And I would just keep promoting that, and you can get all the bells. And all you have to do is just tell them to go into your shop and click on that little bell. If you see that right there, I did a 1 right there. And that will alert them whenever I do pin it at the bottom of the screen. Whenever I do go live, it sends out an alert. And I feel like that is very helpful. I've been doing that for a while, and I think I have like 140, but I feel like that could be very helpful, especially if you are changing your name. Love your German Shepherd picture. Oh, thank you, Grandma Hook. I appreciate you. That is my baby. Um, I'm a German Shepherd mama. She's my third one. And she's my only one right now because the other two passed away. But I think she's 4, and her name's Roxy, and she's spoiled. She's spoiled rotten. But all doggies need to be spoiled rotten, in my opinion. Can remember to actually pin it when you go live. Yes, you definitely need to do. I try to do that every time I do go live, but I try not to pin it over and over, which this show I just did twice. So you guys don't be mad at me if you're just joining in, but I feel like it is very helpful. D, you just got to make it as you go live and you start saying hi. And right before you run your first giveaway to start getting people excited about being in your room, go in there and hit that to alert your people that you are live, and then do your giveaway. Just kind of make it and put a little reminder, like where you put your camera. Say step 1, say hi to everybody. Step 2, pin the notification. And then 3, do your giveaway, and you're good to go. I put it in my auction tab. There's some sellers that put it in their bin and they put it for like $1 so they can make $1, and you could ship somebody a sticker if they do end up purchasing it. But I just leave it in my auction tab and I will just never run it. So nobody's going to buy anything for $123, or whatever it's pinned for. Yeah, I guess that one's $123. I just did it again. Sorry, everybody. But I will never run it, so they won't ever spend that money. But there's some people that do put it in their bin, and so they could make a little bit money that way. Do you have your notifications on through your phone? Because that was driving me nuts as a seller. Mine is on, and I don't know how to stop them all. I limited a bunch of my notifications to only the ones that I want to know about, but I still get all the email notifications. If you guys know how to turn off the email notifications about shows, please let me know, because I can't figure that out and it's driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. Because I get emails. Amanda, you're about to go live, or Amanda, your shows that you want to watch are coming up, and it's like people I don't care about. That I didn't even bookmark. It's crazy. Third, I have a 3-month-old and they're here exhausted. Yes. I used to have 2 German shepherds. I had one. He was a boy. He was a white German shepherd, all white. He was like albino, almost albino. And he was just so special, and I had him forever, and I got divorced, and then I decided that he was lonely and he needed a girlfriend, so I got him a girlfriend. And they were like this, those 2 dogs. It was Gunner and Kimber, which they're both gun names, don't judge me, but Gunner and Kimber, they were just like this. They were BFFs. They did everything together. He was always correcting her because she was a little younger, and then she got cancer and we had to put her down, which is the most horrible thing to ever have to do for as a dog owner, in my opinion. I rather my dogs pass on their own. and not suffer. I'd rather them go quickly. But anyways, we had to put her down because it was just spreading everywhere. It was all the way wrapped around her liver and stuff. And he got really depressed after that. And we waited a while. I really wasn't ready for it, but we decided to get another dog that maybe would pep him back up again, and it did help a little bit. And we had Roxy for a while, and it was more kind of like a grandpa and a young kid next to him, and then he ended up passing away suddenly. I think he had like a stroke, and I tried to get him loaded into the car, and before I even got him into the car when it was happening, he passed in my hands. So it was just horrible. So we only have one more doggy, guys. So uh yeah. I love them both, you guys. I love those dogs so much. It was so hard to see him pass. I was bawling my eyes out. I couldn't believe it. I really tried to get him into uh a vet, and it just happened so quickly. I guess it was natural. It was a blessing, but it was just really sad, and he was 10 at the time, so he had a really good life. And I ended up burying him right next to Kimber, and it's right outside my office in my yard. So I know that they're together again, which I love that. And all the things. But anyways, we have Roxy, and she's kind of like filled the hole in my heart that I really wasn't ready for her, but she really did fill the hole in my heart. And I just can't take myself to get another dog at this point because it's hard, because you know that they're going to pass one day or another, and it's just going to be freaking hard because they become a part of your family, right? It becomes a part of your family, and it's just so hard to lose them. So that's my story, you guys. But yeah, it's traumatic. It was traumatic. I still remember when I worked from home at the time, and I had my desk right where I can look outside and watch both of the dogs. And at the time it was Roxy and Gunner outside. And I just saw him, all of a sudden he started walking funny and like leaning. And I was just like, oh my God, something's wrong. And I immediately went out there. I was on the phone with the vet. I was like, I'm bringing my dog in. Something's wrong with him, and I was trying to go out there and get him loaded up. I mean, he's a 90-pound dog. And yeah, we were still outside and he passed. It was just so fast. So it was so fast, you guys. How did I get on the subject? I don't know. Doggies. It's always hard. Maybe rescue one to help them. Yeah. This one was Roxy technically was a rescue. Somebody bought her from someone that breeded them, and then they brought them back to the breeder. Uh, and the dad is a drug dog, and the mom is a really good dog. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I met this man at a freaking gas station. It was just kind of like a blessing in disguise. And we went and met her, and she hated me. And I told Patrick, I was like, if she favors you more, then that's fine. She'll just be your dog. And now I like baby her just like she's my own. And she like favored men for the longest time more, but she's come around to me for sure. She's a very good protective doggy. So she's a blessing. I think she healed my heart. You never realize fur babies really heal your heart when you're going through a hard time, and they're always there for you. Yeah, I had a dog since 2009. The heartbreak is real. Yeah, I lost so many cats when I was younger, and very traumatic experiences with that as well. That I was like, okay, I'm going to do a dog. They're going to be around a little bit longer. But you know what? No, it's still traumatic when you lose them, you guys. It's always traumatic. And I'm going to lose my ever living shit whenever something happens with Roxy. I just know it. So it is what it is. It is what it is, right? I'm just going to love on her as much as I can while she's around. But she should be here for a very long time. That's what I'm going to say. She's going to live until she's 15. She's so well fed. I hope she lives until she's 15. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, they're like a family member. They are your family. Yes. I feed her every day. I rub her belly. Just earlier I was unloading my car, and she's out there just like watching me. I walk around the yard and she's like watching me. She's like, "What are you doing? Why ain't I out there with you?" Yes, you guys. Oh, but yeah, you guys, I love my doggies. Red Daniel, I just saw this. She said, "Gotta go." I'm trying to read questions now. Um, there's a shepherd family that walks down my block multiple times a day. They're each different colored. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, I'm trying to read different items, questions here. My desert rabbit selling ephemera, collectibles, figurines, jewelry, toys. Good variety. I love that. Oh gosh, the email. I don't even look at this point. Oh, um, oh, more interaction in your lives. That's a good question, you guys. Can I see that place? What are you asking about, Allie Joe? Let me know. Okay. The plate. Are you talking about the rose medallion? I'm going to be having it in my show tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., but I can definitely show you. Oh, I cannot believe I found one of these, you guys. They are very, very popular. I'm preparing to become a seller. I'm stuck on the giveaways. If you want to do the 78-cent giveaways, which will be shipped in a plain white envelope that is flat. I actually have a YouTube video out there in my shorts. If you go to YouTube and search for Gems and Joy, you can actually find it. This is so beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see, but it does have gold and it's just so pretty, pretty. So pretty. You just found a tobacco leaf. You were shocked. Oh yeah. And this one's marked made in Hong Kong. Made in Hong Kong. And it's in great condition. I couldn't believe it was sitting on the shelf. It was just chilling. Like it was just any other plate. It's just crazy how you find things like that, you guys. So crazy. Please don't fall. Okay, you're gonna make me nervous. I don't want you to fall. Okay. Oh, I have to show you guys this. It's cloisonne. Look at that. And then I think I'm gonna put it on this stand with the frogs. Look at their little booties. I think I'm gonna put it on here. Accidentally got out, couldn't find you. Get back in. It's okay, spotted dog. It's all good. I'm glad you found me, but isn't that cute? I think I'm gonna do that together. I think. I haven't decided. You guys, I love that. I feel like that's Oriental. I mean, Chinoiserie is kind of on the Oriental side of things, and I love that. I Chic Junk Mama, I have a mixture of what I like. I can go anywhere from the realm of rusty, crusty, chippy to super ornate to handmade. I can do all of that in my code. By the way, the QR code works. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. I'm glad that it works. That's why I created it so it'd be easier for everybody. Um okay, I said the 78-cent shipping is mentioned in my YouTube channel, so definitely watch that. And you can use that on ephemera. You can use that on like eye mask or face mask. You can use that on postcards. Um, just anything flat. You can use that on for giveaways or even items in your buy it now, which is very helpful. Which I also sell like my trading cards. So if you guys sell cards, you can use it for that. Did I take all my cards out? Oh my word. Oh, they're hiding under other stuff. So like I have bingo cards in my shop and then I have my trading cards. You can use the 78-cent shipping on those, you guys. Just so you know. You can use both on that. Do you feel like something sells better when you have variety? I feel like if you have a show and you theme it out, like it's very curated, I feel like those kind of shows sell better rather than random items just kind of shoved together on a shelf. I feel like if you curate it and people can kind of see how you display it, I feel like it sells better that way. Just my opinion, because not everybody has the ability to decorate, but when they see how you decorate it on a shelf, they're just like, oh my gosh, I love that. I love that. I'm going to totally put that in my house. I have a spot for it. Did you answer the question regarding showing yourself during shows? I think I missed that question, but I can answer that. If you don't have to necessarily be on camera like me. You don't have to be on camera. I do shows where I'm not on camera. If I do an ephemera show, if I do a playing card show, or if I were to sell jewelry, you guys would be seeing my hands and the camera would be facing down and I would be selling stuff that way. You can do a show where the camera is flipped and you could just be showing like my shelves. I could just show the camera that way and you can sell things that way. It's just completely how you want to do your show. You do not have to be on camera. I did an experiment when I was very new. This is talking about under a year on the app. I did a show where I did not show myself and I just showed my shelves and I sold things that way. And then I did a show where I was like this and holding things up and talking about it. This is how big it is compared to my head, all of that. And I felt like my shows did better when I was showing my face. I think it's the people feel like they have a connection because they can see my face. They can see that I make weird faces and I just thought it was interesting. So if you feel comfortable enough to show your face on camera, try to flip the camera and do a show one way and then another day show another, version of yourself and just see what does better, does pe do I necessarily like to show art this way? Not really, because I feel like you guys can't see the full piece. But if I flip the camera, I feel like it could sell better. But people like to see my face and see it, side by side, for example. And I feel like that's helpful. But everybody is different. I have a friend on here. She's like 20,000 followers now. And most of her shows, I would say 90% of her shows, you will never see her face unless she randomly flicks the camera around for a second and then flips it back over. It is possible you guys can have a show without showing your face. So if you guys know Sunset Swamp Market, Michelle Steele's, a lot of them, most of the time you don't see their face. Okay, I will just tell you, most of the time, 90% of the time, you will not see their face, and then other times you will, and that's completely fine. You can have a show either way. I remember sellers better this way unless they have a super distinct background. Oh, yeah. Or you can remember them by their voice. You can remember them by their laugh. There's certain sellers or that may do woohoo. Does anyone know of a seller on here that does woohoo? And you know them from that woohoo. If you were to hear it just out in the wild, you would know who that person is. It's just funny. You know certain people that do a woohoo, and you're like, oh my gosh, I know who that is. Yes, Williams Rustic Salvage. See, you guys know the woohoo is known for them. And like, I love that woohoo. And I'm like, that is like their signature. And it's like, keep doing it. Everybody knows them. Yes. See, I didn't even say nobody's name, and you guys knew exactly who I was talking about. Look at that. They created, something that they are known for. So, in my opinion, they need to keep doing it. Even if you heard that woohoo out in the wild at a store, you're going to turn your head around. You're going to be like, where are they? I know who that is. Everybody's going to know that. It's just funny. So, just do your own thing, be yourself, and keep showing up. And more people are going to keep showing up and hanging out with you. Yeah, your smile, your personality. Are you goofy? Do you say random stuff? Like, I'm a hot mess most of the time. If I showed you guys what my shed looked like, you'd be like, oh my God, how the hell do you do stuff? Somehow I'm able to function. I promise you, I'm able to function somehow, even though it's pure chaos in here. This looks pretty. This doesn't look half bad. Oh my gosh, I just did a screenshot. Oh, lovely. And then the rest of my she shed right now looks like everything threw up everywhere. I remember sellers. Yeah, okay, I read that. You are not. You're awesome. This is my second time seeing you. Oh, well, I'm glad you came back. If you saw me the first time, you're like, well, I don't absolutely hate her. I will come back and hang out. That's your house. Lintro, that is one of the biggest things. I will tell you guys as a seller. Can you show your packing area if you don't mind? Livy, I would, but it's a disaster. And number two, I've been wanting to create a packing area back here behind this shelf. And Patrick keeps taking it in the house to help me pack it. So right now I have two shipping areas and it's a mess. My basement is a freaking mess. Yeah, I'm trying to fix things a little bit. I can kind of show you, but there's all kinds of like stuff I'm gonna sell because I brought in a bunch of things, but I can do that shortly. Um, but what I was gonna say is Lintra says that's her house. Linda, I will tell you, when I worked full time and I was doing this part time, I had shit everywhere in my house, and I felt like I was living in pure chaos all the time. And I had so much stuff everywhere, and my goal was to get it all out in my she shed. Right now, it's still not fully out, but I feel like I can function a little bit better in my house. I don't feel like I'm breathing in whatnot world all the time, but I'm able to go into my living room and just relax. I can go into my bedroom and relax. So that's a good thing for mental health wise. So I would say if you guys are struggling as being a seller on the app and you're like, oh my God, I have all the shit everywhere and it's never going anywhere, try to just make a designated area and just keep it in that area so you are not so stressed out. So you're able to, go to your living room and relax because you're not looking at it, and go to your kitchen and not feel like you're stressed out. Like just find an area where you could just kind of keep it in so you're not literally stressing yourself out about it. That's what I would do. You have too many areas. So you need to downsize a little bit. That's what I need to do too, because I'm always sourcing, but see if you can downsize a little bit, and see if it's helpful. I'm hoping spring break keeps you focused on cleaning and organizing a few more weeks. Yes, what you can do is just give yourself 20 minutes a day and say, I want to focus on organizing this section and see what I can do. And then the next day, add on a little bit more and give yourself another 20 minutes. You never realize how much you can do in 20 minutes. It's amazing. It's amazing, you guys. I need to do that myself, I promise. But it is stressful. Your whole house is a wreck from resale. My living room is a maze. I'm not even having any success on whatnot. It's eBay and death piles. Oh, Curio and Fern. Okay, is all those items loaded into whatnot at least? Into your buy it now to where it can be available to be purchased if you're live or not. Try to load them if they're not. How often should we do shows? I would say at least once a week. And if you can be consistent, do it at the same time every week. So if you want to do Wednesday at 9 p.m., then go on every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Be consistent. So maybe your buyers will keep coming back over and over. Say, I will see you next Wednesday, or I will see you next Tuesday. Which a lot of people say, see you next Tuesday. And you know what that spells? It took me forever to figure that one out, you guys. But please tell me I'm not the slowest one here that did not realize what see you next Tuesday meant. I was like, oh my gosh, I am so slow. See you N Tuesday is a T. What does that spell? Like, I am literally a dum dum. You guys, it took me months to figure that one out. I was so dumb. I was just like, I like how she says that. Oh, wait a minute. Now you want to do your shows on Tuesday so you can say that? Question. I was thinking about doing theme shows like vintage books, another show on vintage jewelry. Yeah, totally do that. I have done a show on just art. There's some people that do just shows on books. Does it work? Yes. Yeah, there is people that just want to shop books. And did you know if you list all your items as books, it will ship as a media mail instead of priority or ground, and it actually ships cheaper per weight for books, just FYI. And then jewelry, you could probably do max shipping because you can fit a lot into a flat rate box for shipping for jewelry. My sister-in-law does jewelry, and you can fit a ton in a flat rate box for a large. So you can actually max shipping of $9.21 for those shows too. Not necessarily books, but jewelry, yes. You just unlocked a whole new world describing the bin Sunday. Well, I want to know what you mean by that. How do you describe the bin? Tell me. I gotta know. Does that work? Yes, I answered that. My normal shows are vintage. I went off the rails with a Christmas show and it did really well. So go with it. Yes. I love doing different shows, you guys. I have done I'll just tell you guys all the variety of shows I have done. I have done vintage decor. I have done playing card shows. I have done ephemera shows. Ephemera shows totally helped me hit my 1K sales back when I was a very new seller. I have done book shows, art shows, squishmallows shows. I have done those. Have they been the best? No, but I've done 3 or 4 and I've sold some stuff and I'm happy with it. I want to do a video game show soon. And then I want to try a Disney show. So you guys, you can do all kinds of shows. You can do like I'm doing raid trains where it's like theme shows. This is like Shinazery. You can do a Ralph Lauren and you can just kind of group things together and curate it. Just go with it. And people love it. If you have a bunch of French antique books, I would call it the French antique book extravaganza because I promise you people are going to be in there. They're going to be like, oh my God, I want all those books. Done Matchbox cars, books, Cottage Moody, ephemera, comics. Oh my gosh, you sold a lot of stuff. I don't even know a dang thing about comics. But yeah, you can sell all the different things, you guys. You never know what you're going to come across and what you could sell. But if you can find a good deal on something and you can make some money, then why not try to sell it on here? Do a theme show if you have enough to do a show. When do I do Christmas shows? You're gathering now. Typically, personally, for me, for Christmas shows, I do Christmas in July, or I do a lot of shows in like October, November, and like the beginning of December for Christmas. So you and honestly, there's Christmas shows all year round. People buy Christmas all year round, especially vintage Christmas. They love Christmas. Just ask my friend PJ Dodd. She sells Christmas all the time. There's vintage Karma. There's I'm trying to think who else has a ton of Christmas. Why is it I'm going blank? There's so many sellers that sell vintage Christmas. It blows my mind what they're able to get a hold of. People will buy it all year round. I promise you. It will be February. They will buy it. March. It will be January 1st. They will be buying it after Christmas is over. Thrift sisters, possibly. Yes. Yeah. Totally grab it, you guys. People love that stuff. She was explaining how to make those listings is all. Oh yeah, you guys can shop the marketplace in here. Quality for bundles. Yeah, I'm someone that sells like a lot of kitschy. I just can't think of their name, but you guys will probably find it. My Christmas show was mid-February. People don't care. They will buy it. Yep, people will buy it now just to have it for Christmas because they're just like, "Oh my God, I will never see this again because it is vintage and you don't see it every day for sure." Let me show you guys a few things. So you're on this. This is my like my profile. If you go to home, you can see like all the shows that are live right now. You can scroll. But let's say you're looking for, hey, Evergreen Estate, look at my shelves. Look at my shelves. Oh, shoot. You don't see this. Look at that. Do you know what that is, Mariah? I found one. It was just sitting on a shelf like it was a regular plate. Oh, this is like 10 pounds, by the way. 6 pounds, 10 pounds. I don't know. Sorry, y'all. Mariah is my co-host in the train tomorrow, so I have to show her all the things that I haven't showed her yet. My lamp. And then one more thing I have to show you. The rest are okay, but so I have this that I got from Hannah, and then I think I'm gonna put it on this because I don't really like the base that it came with. Is that good? Oh, and I have the kitty cat. You see the kitty cat? Yeah? It's okay, awesome. I sold my other art, so we're gonna have to go with, I don't even know if that's Chinoiserie vibes, but we're gonna go with that for my art for the show because my other one sold. Okay, sidetrack. I got sidetracked. Okay, did you guys know that if you hit the plus sign or the magnifying glass down here, you can search for specific items? So let's say you are looking for a pie bird. So I'm going to search in the top. I'm going to search pie bird and search, and it will pull up shows that potentially have pie birds. You can look for products that are currently for sale that have pie birds listed. And this could be auction items or items that are in the bin. But let's say you only want to look at items that are in auction. You can try to win. You can do live auction and filter it. And this will be all items that you can buy in an auction. Isn't that freaking cool? So you guys can search for anything that you're looking for. So what does this mean as a whatnot seller, you guys? What does this mean? If you are not live, what you need to do is move all your items. So let's say I list all of these items for sale, and they don't sell in my show. Hope not. I hope they sell. But if they don't sell, let's say this cat doesn't sell, for example, I'm going to put it into my buy it now, and I'm going to make it available where it can be purchased whether I'm live or not. So that means I'm going to toggle off only available when live. So it will be in my buy it now, which will be available in this marketplace that I just showed you. So when it's available in the marketplace, it could be shopped for. So if someone searched for a cat and I labeled it as Chinoiserie cat, it will pull up in a search for cat. If somebody search for Chinoiserie, it will pull up in there. Whatever other description I put in there, it could be searchable. And did you know that after 2 weeks of something being in your buy it now, it can then be searchable in Google? So you go to google.com and then somebody types in Chinoiserie cat, for example, potentially they can see this listing that I have on Whatnot and they can come over and purchase it. Did you guys know that? It takes 2 weeks from the day from it being listed and put in the buy it now for it to be able to be searchable in the Google. Yes, Thrift and Mama, yes. But not everybody knows that. So what is the benefit for that? If you have items that are sitting in a box and you don't have it listed on Whatnot at all, it's not making you money. But if you had it listed and it had it sitting in your bin, it could potentially be making you money because somebody searched it on, online, or they searched it on Whatnot. They found it that way, which is amazing. You were looking for a particular item on Google and people's Whatnot listing showed up. Yeah, that's how I figured it out too, Thrifted Mama. Yeah, I was looking for a blanket that I've been searching for forever, and I found somebody had something similar, and it was in a shop that was in vacation mode. So I couldn't necessarily buy it, but it was in vacation mode. But I found a blanket that I liked. Can I say that again? Okay. If you have an item in your bin and you have it listed as available anytime where it's not attached to a live show, they can buy it anytime, whether you're live or not. After 2 weeks of being listed, it could be searchable on Google, google.com. So someone searched, I'm giving this one as an example, a Chinoiserie cat. They type that into Google. They potentially can see this listing on Whatnot. Yeah, so it's helpful. So if you may go out there, let's say you have something in your buy it now and you listed it when you first started and you have it available anytime, go out to Google and use your search terms and see if you can find it. I bet you can. I have found my own items that way. You can find your own items on google.com. I need to buy something so I can watch my instructions. Penny, you can buy a shipping guide that I have available in my buy it now if you would like to, which I can actually put on a flash sale, which my shipping guide is very handy. Or if you want me to, I can list some stickers. Just let me know. Let me do a flash sale on this. I need to do it longer than 30 seconds. There we go. Let's do that. Let's do that. And my chat just moved. Also, if you don't want to purchase anything and you want to watch it on the YouTube, I do have this also listed on my YouTube channel. It may take up to 2 days or something for it to actually come up on YouTube, but you should be able to rewatch it on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, because it's multicasted. There you go. My phone's plugged in now. When making a listing, it gives three options. What is the difference? Making a listing, you have auction. Actually, let me just pull up a listing, for example. Edit. Okay, so these are the three listings that you see. First one is buy it now, then auction, and then giveaway. Buy it now is what we were just talking about. Buy it now is the marketplace where things can be purchased anytime, whether you're live or not. So if you see my shipping guide, that is available in my buy it now. I have that available anytime. People can buy it when I'm not live or when I am live. It can be purchased. How long is the replay? 60 days on whatnot. But it can be purchased anytime. Buy it now meant the photos. Oh, like when you're creating a listing? Is that what you meant? Are you talking about these three? Okay, so this one, if you're creating a listing, so you would hit the plus sign, create a temporary listing basically means that you would not be eligible to hit Premier because you need to have quality listings to hit Premier. Premier just means wings if you're trying to hit over 50K in 3 months. If you're a new seller, it is not that important, but if you want to shoot for that in the long run, I would just get in the habit of creating quality listings instead of temporary listings. And that's what I typically do. The difference between a temporary listing and a quality listing is one has a photo. Okay. One has a photo. I do quality listings. When I list items, I always have a photo showing. So like you see my shipping guide, I actually put a thumbnail and it says shipping guide on it. If I'm selling something, you will actually see an actual image of the items that I am selling. Um, so that's the difference between those two. And then the bottom one, if I want to import from inventory, I click on that. And this is like all the items that I have available for sale that I have loaded is not available in the show until I bring it over. So let's say I want to bring over this brass horse that I like. I can import that item and now it is in my auction tab available for purchase. So if you see that, do I have packing tips in the guide? I don't. Do I need to create a packing tip guide? Let me know. I mean, I can talk about packing. But that's how it's pinned. But this is an example of what a quality listing would look like because it has images in there. It has another quality listing is you also have to say the condition under vintage decor. So mine's pre-owned, good condition. And then I also have like the description. Where's the description? Oh, description is right there. Description, the price, and what it is. You're learning from all your orders. Yes. You learn with time. Livy, I will just tell you that there's not really an end all be all with shipping because you never know what your customer is going to purchase from you and how it's going to go into a box together until you actually do it. Now, I can give you general like guidelines. If you have something delicate, and it is, you think you're going to overdo packing, I feel like that's okay most cases. Let's say you're packing something delicate, and it's highly breakable. I would say wrap it in paper first so it has like air pockets and cushion to pad the item, and then wrap bubble around it. And then what I honestly like to do instead of using tape is I like to use saran wrap, which is also called stretch wrap, and I get it on rolls. You might be able to see it kind of up there, but anyways, it's stretch wrap and you just wrap it around. It keeps it kind of tight around it where it's not going to shimmy and shake. But then also you're not using extra tape on it. And then when I pack it in a box, I have a bubble machine now. So I actually line the box and bubble wrap. I put all my items in there that I've bubbled and papered, and then I either have paper or bubble in between all of those items, and then, bubble on top just to keep it protected. So if it gets kicked or whatever, I know that whenever I close up the box and shake it, it's not going to be rattling, because you don't want to hear rattling or movement whenever you shake your box. If there's rattling or movement when you shake your box, you need to add more packing material. That's just number one. Number one. Um, if you are shipping, let's say, do I have one near me? Oh my gosh. Right here. Let's say you sold a junk jar. It's a glass jar and it has spools in it. Would you guys ship it like this, or would you take the stuff out from the inside? This is a quiz. It's a quiz. Would you guys ship it with all the spools inside, or would you take it out? Take it out, take it out, take it out. Exactly. You guys win. So, whatever I would pack this is I would take all the spindles out, put it in a Ziploc bag separately, put this back together, and then I would wrap it in paper. I would wrap it in bubble, saran wrap it, put it in a box, and then put this, the spindles itself in a bag beside it where it's not technically touching the glass and rattling. If you were to ship it just like this, by the time it arrives to your customer, it would be shattered. So that's why you would have to take anything inside of a jar out. So that's a number one thing to learn. Let's say this is a personal thing that I do. This is just something I have near me. I have this decanter. This has a stopper. Would you ship these like this because it has rubber in there? Or would you take the decanter off and ship it separate? So would you guys ship this separate or together? It does have rubber. It's not glass in there. Let me know. I would do it separate too. You guys are smart. See, that's just some things that you just need to think about. I would wrap these separate just because even though it is tight, relatively tight in there, you still have a risk that it's going to be vibrating. Yeah, I would wrap them separately, but it would be shipping together, obviously. Yes. It's okay, chick junk mama. It's all right. Sometimes Whatnot does that with Signal. Livy, yes, I can email it to you if you would send me your email address if you're still in here. Send me your email address and I can send the PDF. Anybody that bought a shipping guide, if you want it emailed to you as well so you can get it sooner, because I still have to mail you something, but if you want it emailed, I can do that. Just send me your email address. No big deal. No big deal. I have that all pre-typed up and where I can just send it easy. So, let's see. Here's another quiz. Okay. Do you guys see that piece of art up there? Would you guys ship that piece of art with this? Nope. Exactly. So when you guys preload your items, you're going to put in that piece of art as a single ship. Okay. So if your customer buys this and this item, this box, this will be in another box and they could potentially buy something else. And you would just tell your customer that is a canvas painting and that's going to be shipped alone because I don't want this to go with it and ruin it. So, I mean, it's kind of a given. Art just needs a little bit more extra care because they can be easily mixed up, especially if there's canvas or there's glass involved. And so yes, ship alone would be key. Yes. You guys know what you're doing. Okay, if you're shipping a book, which I have one right here. This is something that maybe I don't know what people do because I don't usually buy a lot of books on here, but there's people that buy books. Whenever I ship a book, I typically wrap it in paper just so it's kind of like has a little padding to it. And then I take my saran wrap and saran wrap it both ways. So then it's kind of like waterproofed. And then I do put it in a box. Okay. So if the box gets wet, at least there's a layer of protection with the saran wrap because I wrap it several times. I don't just do a thin layer. I wrap it several times so it's like protected in the plastic. And then I have the paper. Now, there's some people that may even slide it in like a plastic bag that flips over, but even that's not going to be 100%. So that's why I feel like plastic wrap would be better. But it's completely up to you how you want to pack it. You can even put it in a Ziploc bag, but that's just kind of how I would pack a book. Yeah, plastic bags. You can get those. You can put it in a Walmart sack. You guys, if I ship linens, like a blanket or something, and it's a really big like quilt or a big blanket, I may not have a big enough bag for it. Sometimes I put it in a brand new trash bag. It may look tacky, but I don't care because if that box gets soaked, I don't want that quilt to be ruined. I'd rather it be tacky than not. I put it in a brand new trash bag and I put my blanket in there and I tie it shut and I put it in the box so at least it's protected. If I'm sending like the smaller like doilies and towels and stuff like that, it gets wrapped up and then there's saran wrap on it. So there is a layer of protection there. Because you know what? If a box gets wet and you don't have that layer of protection, it gets wet and then it could get moldy and mildewy in that box by the time it arrives to your customer. If it has that plastic, I feel like it's going to have a layer of protection. So I feel like that's really smart. I know we talked about it. Best place to order saran wrap. The stretch wrap, I found a roll of 6 on, and I can post this in the Facebook group. Is I don't know if I put it on my Amazon storefront yet because I wanted to test it, and I have been using it, and it is good. But it is 6 rolls, and I think it was like $35. That was the best deal because I was getting 4 rolls for 28. So I feel like 6 is better for 35. Let's see. Hold on, guys. I don't want to show you all my mess, but that's what it is. It is what it is. I'm just gonna show you. This is just don't be judging me, okay? I just brought in a load of stuff, so again, there's stuff everywhere. I need to be organizing, but I'm not. But this is the brand that I got, and I've been using it. I've actually I'm about to start another roll, but it is Mr. Rocco Stretch Wrap. Mr. Rocco Stretch Wrap. And it comes with the handles so you can just pop them on there and it is a good deal. And then I have like my bulk tape. um Somebody was asking me for a shipping setup kind of thing, but again, this is a hot mess. But I have a table here and a table here. I gotta clean this up. And then I have boxes underneath and over there as well. And then I have bubble wrap typically is hanging right here so I can pull the bubble wrap off. Your mess looks better than mine. Well, we've been doing packing inside lately because it was cold in January, but I got to get it back out here. But we have the bubble up there, and then I have another tabletop paper roll that I can just pull it out and rip for paper. And I usually am going to have that on there. So I kind of pack over here. Oh boy, hi. And then my computer and stuff is over here with the printer. Hi.
Showing them your mess.
Yeah, I'm showing them my mess. Okay. Yes.
I'm going to get my boat.
Your boat.
Yes.
Bring it home.
Yes.
Okay. I love you.
I love you.
I'm gonna be in here.
I figured you would be.
You guys, look what I found. The boat again. You're gonna go on camera. He's hiding. That's how I get him to go away. Okay, sorry y'all. Sorry y'all. I love you too. Bye. You guys, look what I found. This is for a train in April, so I'm just gonna show you now. But look how pretty that is. I found this weekend. It smells like grandma. It smells like grandma. I love advice on how to attract buyers. Lilies of the Valley. Where'd you see that? There's birds. Oh, I forgot about this. That's perfect for tomorrow's show. Um, I dug through linens. Anyways, on the yellow embroidery. Oh, it is Get Lily of the Valley. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that till now. That is straight up a cruel, you guys. I need to find a frame to frame it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and they just had this thrown in a pile like it was trash. I was like, no, you need to be framed. I'm going to frame you. And by the way, this isn't actually, she made a binder. It's a binder, you guys. She made a cover for her binder, and then that's on it. I was like, oh my God, this would be so cute for family photos. And I think it's a blue bonnet, I think. But I thought that was so sweet. Oh, and then look at this one. Wait, wait. Gymnast. And then I love these little birds. So sweet. I forgot there's another one. You guys, I just threw all these just so I could carry them. I put them all in there. Look at that one. I didn't know people would buy that stuff. Oh, yes. Desert Rabbit, if you find these, get them in frames, honey, and you sell them on here. People love that stuff. People love that stuff. They're cute. Yeah, I'm going to sell the one I made, which is over here. Hold on, which is right here. I made that one. Typically they don't like it framed behind glass for that. I'm going to be in a raid train in April. It's going to be the cruel train, and people love that, but they don't like that to be framed behind glass just because it glares. But if you have glass for the frame, you can ask your customer, do you want me to put the glass back in it? And send it, which you could totally do. My last show, my customer, sorry guys, I had a text. My last show, my customer asked me to put the glass back in it, but not everybody. I can't believe you're selling your scroll. I'm actually, if I don't get it done by April, I may not sell it this time around, but I definitely want to sell it, but I want to do a set of 3 because I have a set of frames that will go with it, and I want to do mushrooms for each side of it. But yeah, I got to get the other 2 done that I want to make to match it because I have a set of 3 frames. I went to an antique store the other day and somebody did a needlepoint of the double mint gum and a needlepoint. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. They wanted so much money for it. I couldn't buy it, but it wasn't resellable, I guess, as a reseller money, but it was cute. It was great advice. Yes, you guys pick up embroidery. Actually, if you're in my area, please don't pick it up. I will buy it. But if you're not in my area, pick it up, please. Don't let it go to the dump because most people don't see and appreciate how much work it goes into making them. Oh, you're in Phoenix. Awesome. I can't remember where Shooting from the Hip lives. She's in Arizona as well. And she finds all kinds of stuff. But you guys, needle points, crewels, cross stitches, there's so many. You guys pick them up because people don't appreciate them. And I always look in the sewing stuff because I just went to an estate sale. When I picked up those other ones, I went to another one. They finished them and they put them in a bag. In the bag, like where it came in with the kit, and they didn't do anything with it. And I found so many that were done just in bags. And I picked up all the bags and shoved them in my bag and I bought them all. And I'm going to find a frame for them. So that's what I do. I find them unframed and I will frame them and then put them in a show. And it was so, so they can be appreciated instead of sitting in a bag in a closet and not loved. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I got to find frames for tiny ones, which is going to be hard because I like to thrift all my frames. That's going to be the hard part. Or I may just sell them how they are and then maybe somebody will have a frame for it. She was so organized. Yes. I'm trying to partner with a guy close by who does storage units. Oh, yes. Yes, if you can get brass from them or, vintage, I would just say, I want to buy your vintage and do that. I think us resellers save a lot of items and love that. Yes, yes. Show me more vintage. Yes, I bought a bunch of those bags that look like she had finished pieces in them. And guess what I found? I found blanks. So where I can do my own needle points, which I'm learning and trying to do that on my own now. So I'm saving all of those. So when I get more advanced, I can use those pieces instead of having to buy because they're not necessarily cheap. I found this from a food bank thrift store, which you guys, if I saw this online, it would be like $100. Somebody started it. It's a needle point, but these would be like $100 online. Somebody started it and then donated it, and I got it for 50 cents. So I'm going to see if I can finish it. I've never done needlepoint, but I've done embroidery, so I'm like, it can't be that much harder. But they did the green, but I want to do that. But these, I don't know if you guys ever priced these, but these are like $100 online. It's insane. One lady had tons of that. I would have grabbed to send you. Oh man, Livy, if you ever find them, grab them, please. You will make money if you're selling them online. I promise you. I did a whole show, an estate sale where they were selling like all the kits and they were like from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And I sold so many kits, brand new kits, even stuff like this. People will buy. I promise you. I have bought some kits from some of my seller friends just so I can see if I can try to finish them. Have I got to them yet? No, but they're in my pile. They're in my pile to work on when I have downtime. You got to have a creative outlet. Right? We all have to have a creative outlet. So I feel like learning a new craft is going to be my creative outlet. Yes. My downtime is days that I don't feel good, or it's like after dinner, or on mornings that I just need a break. And I will sit there in the morning while having breakfast and my coffee and I'll work on it. So why not? Right. And then why not get paid for my time? I can't keep everything. I mean, if I absolutely fall in love with one piece that I do, I may keep it. I'm enjoying this one for a while. I'm just going to say that. I'm enjoying this one for a while. I'm very proud of it, but I will let somebody love it. I thought about selling your coloring pages from COVID. There might be people that buy that. I don't know. Some people are just aren't crafty and they can't do that, or they just collect certain things and they will totally buy it. Totally would. I promise. Have I missed any questions? If anybody asked anything, please shout it out. Let me know. Uh, oh, here's another thing I could show you guys. If you ever get into selling, make sure you order stock in boxes from the post office. So you're always stocked up. If you guys can see there, I need more stock because I'm running low, but always keep back stock of boxes. Okay. Because you will run through them as fast. Asked about getting a buyer, more buyers. Penny Lane, I think I talked about that earlier in the show, but I mentioned like going into other people's shows and then just chatting and being friendly and hanging out and making friends with people in the chat, making friends with other sellers, commenting and all of those things. You can totally build your social because it is a social platform. Another way to draw customers is create social media accounts, like on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, and advertise like things that you're going to be having and like talk about it. Like some people just do like a little, let's say you're trying to sell this, take a little pan video and take a video front and back and display and talk about it. And just say it's going to be in my upcoming whatnot show on 4/3. Come hang out, and then do another series where you kind of scan your shelves and do different videos, and it really attracts a lot of people. It's really helpful. I've had people come over. I've even had a video go viral on TikTok. So it really is helpful. It's a social app, so you have to be social. So just coming in my room and chatting, like Penny Lane, somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, I remember her from Jim's show," and then you see, let's say for example, Livy, I've seen her in another person's show, and I'm like, "Hey, I remember you. How are you doing?" that's how you start to make friends. Just because you start to see each other and different people's shows, and you're just like, oh, you like her? How awesome! We kind of have the same taste. We like hanging out with the same people. So I mean, that's how we came to see our girl. Hey, Rusted Willow, how are you doing? Good to see you. That's funny that you did frogs because I'm gonna have a frog item in my show tomorrow. Oh my gosh, we have a raid. I'm such a jerk. I'm such a jerk. Leah, thank you so much for the raid, hun. I appreciate you so much. What were you selling? I have not seen your shows lately. Where have you been? Or have I just been missing your shows? Is what not hiding me from you? But thank you so much for the raid. You guys, please go follow Vintage Leah Rusty Cottage. She is like a maniac on Raid Train show. She does so many. Oh, she was doing minis. How awesome is that? You guys, she's a maniac on selling with her show. She does all kinds of raid trains. I swear she's like on every day. So now I'm finding it weird. I haven't been seeing you. So now I need to go message you and chat with you so the algorithm knows to show me your shows. But you guys definitely hang out with her. She does like great trains, like what's in the drawer and build your own vignette. And she does like kitschy. She can do all kinds of goodness stuff. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Rested Willow. I'm just talking her up. You guys go give her a follow. It's not showing in the box. It's a glitch, I think. Heart to Haven. I think that's a glitch where it's not showing the tag. I don't know why it's doing that, but whatnot's glitching. I'm just gonna say we just gotta go with it. Okay, I think Heart to Haven. Do you have an iPhone? Because I'm on an iPhone and I don't see it. Let me see. I'm gonna look on my Android phone. Let's see. Okay, is this not working? There it goes. Oh, shoot. Please follow. It's up here for me, but I see it on the Android. I see it on the Android, so I think it's an iPhone thing. Um, we're learning all the glitches, you guys. I swear there's different glitches for each type of phone. So if you guys have an Android versus an iPhone, we're all going to see the different things. You saw an iPhone. Livy, why are you seeing things that I can't see on my iPhone? That's not cool. You need to share your tricks. I know, and it changes often. It's what not doing, it's what not thing. I don't know. It's kind of like where they give us a button that says that we can see our pre-bids and we saw it for like 3 or 4 days and then all of a sudden we can't see it again. You know, it's just they give us cool things and then they take it away and then they screw something else up. That's just how it is. Kind of like when we raid people, it doesn't always raid everybody over, which is such a bummer. It totally happens. But everybody that came over with a raid, I appreciate you. We're just doing a seller support and hanging out. And I love Vintage Leah. She's a great friend of mine. Me and her started around the same time, I believe. They just sent an email today about the pre-bid thing, so maybe everyone has it now. Well, let's see. Oh wait. Doop. Well, I don't even have the option to filter my stuff. Let me see if I can import more stuff to my auction and see if I can see it. Let's see. I don't see it. So maybe I need a phone update. Some of us love Leah. Some of us. Some of us. I don't see it yet, Linda. I like to call everybody by their whatnot names so everybody knows who I'm talking to, even though I may know your first name. But yeah, I don't see the pre-bid button, so maybe my phone needs an update, but that could be why I'm glitching. Wild Hair Cottage, welcome in. And I have an itchy upper lip. You were just talking about making friends and shows and chats. I've been seeing Livy and so many of the same seller support and mods and raid trains. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. That's how I recognize people. You guys, I made a friend. Let me just say, this is how you make friends and how you get other people in your shows. I was in a show. I was watching one of my friends. It was Georgia Spines, and she was doing a like one of those flea market things where it's like 20 miles long or 100 miles long. And she was going flea market to flea market. And then she got into her car and she was going to the next location, and we were just commenting in the chat like, I want the front seat, I call dibs, blah blah blah, just being silly, filling the chat while she's driving. And I made the best friends with people in there, and then now every time I see her or she sees me pop into some shows, we talk shit to each other and we're like, move over, scoot over, I want that spot. We always say that every single time, and we made really good friends with each other just from watching that one show. It's the silliest things that you can create friendships from, just by laughing and goofing around in a show. But now have a forever friend. I watch her in her shows, and then she pops into mine sometimes. And, that's just fun. I love to see that. You're going to see Brat next weekend? Oh my gosh, I'm jealous. That's so fun. Are you going to go through Texas, Linda? Please say yes. Please say yes. Are you flying? I'm so excited for you. You're flying. Well, darn dang it. Come to Texas. I bet you guys are going to have so much fun. I hear that Arizona has so many estate sales. My real life best friend is a seller on Whatnot that you meet on Whatnot. That's awesome. Who's your friend? Russet Willow. Who's your bestie? Who's your bestie? I love making friends. I need to go travel to see my friends on Whatnot. It just costs money. Gosh, I need to win $1 million. Touch of Elegance. Have I watched her show? She sounds familiar, but it's not ringing a bell. I need to go look her up. Tag her, please. We're going to Vegas to see the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to have so much fun. Linda, I hope you have a great time. And give her a hug for me. She's a great friend. That's cool that you're going to hang out with her. I'm so jealous. Probably not, never seen. You can come here and go to the beach. Where are you at, Sandra? I can't remember. I can't remember where everybody lives, even though I may see your address. I don't remember. But that would be fun. I'm in Texas. There's absolutely nothing here, but we can go thrifting, you guys, if you want to come to Texas. Or at least where I live, because I'm in the middle of nowhere. Swansboro, North Carolina. I've never been to North Carolina. That sounds fun. You can come here. We could go to see Chicago. That's used to be my full time jobs, like corporate office location. Is it sketchy in Chicago? Funniest tour you'll ever have. I bet. I bet it would. Are any of you going to the Austin meetup? I didn't know there was one. If you go to North Carolina, pick me up some new rods. Well, Patrick, you could go with. No, it's not sketchy. Oh, where is the activity tab that maybe we can see pre-bids on? Um, that is when you're live. Oh boy, I'll just show you guys here, but I don't have a pre-bid to show you, but let me just show you right here on my phone or you go into how many people are in the room, you click on that, and then you click on activity. And then you can see pre-bids or purchases, which I had no idea that you guys purchased all those. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. But I'll get those out tomorrow. But that's how you would see activity. But that's has always been there. I put a pre-bid in. I won't run it if you put it on something that's in my auction tab, but I ain't gonna run it. Put a pre-bid in on this one. It's $1. And then you have less stress. Sorry you asked. It's okay. You did the owl. Oh yeah, you want the owl. I'm kidding. Um you go into activity and then there you go. You see pre-bid. Oh my word. There you go. There's pre-bid button. Pre-bid right here. But that's always been there. That's not new. I was hoping they would bring back the other pre-bid button within the shop where you hit shop and then you hit pre-bids, but that button's not there. Excuse me. Well, now you're talking to a Sox fan. Oh, you guys are talking shit to each other about Chicago. Sad you can't see pre-bids. Heart to Haven. Mods can't see that functionality. Sellers can. The only bad thing with that, let's say you have your auction tab filled up and you get all of these pre-bids. The moment that you run said pre-bid that you see here, and then it has all of them. It doesn't make them disappear as you run them in your tab. They're always going to be there. So you still have to filter through. So if you have 25 pre-bids where people are bidding up each other, that's all going to be listed here. You're going to see all of that. And you have to filter through seeing all those pre-bids. It doesn't just tell you the top pre-bid, if that makes sense. So it's really not that handy. That's why when they updated it where you can hit the shop button and hit the shop button. And then there was a button up here that said pre-bids. I really like that so much more because it filtered it to where it only showed what items had pre-bids. That was so much better. But no, I get it. Plus, you definitely don't want to roam around. Oh, you guys are talking about other things. I was like, wait, what? So mods still need to manually go into the bin. Yeah, you have to manually scroll and see that. Yeah, they don't have that functionality for moderators, which really sucks. And as a seller, I don't even see that as well. Yeah, they took that button away. But then Linda said that it might be coming back per an email, but again, I haven't read my emails, so maybe I need an update. I don't know. I will have to check that out. Now I'm going into my store, resetting occasionally, manage apps, checking updates. Whatnot has an update for the Android. I'm updating it. Let me see if my Android gets that update. Hold on. It's installing. It's installing. Could I repeat what I said? If you go into where it says how many people is in the room and go into activity and then filter it by pre-bids, it's going to show, let's say somebody pre-bid on this item at the bottom of the screen $1, and then it got bid up to 3, and then it got bid up to 6, and then 9, and then 12. It will show every single one of those pre-bids, and it's going to be intermixed with any others that got pre-bids and had a fight on it. The red dot. So you're going to see all of that. So you have to filter through all of that, which makes it hard as a seller because you're trying to do things fast while live. And if you're filtering through all of those pre-bids, somebody, bid on this, bid on that, bid on this, bid on that. That's a lot to sort through whenever you're live and talking and everything. It's almost easier to go through your shop and just see if it has a pre-bid. Okay, where's my show? My show is here. Transaction type, buy it now, auction or giveaway. So that's not there. Sort by, nope, I still don't see a pre-bid button either. I just updated my app. It's not on there. Darn it. And there were 5 bids. Oh, wait a second. I missed something. So basically, it won't show the highest bidder, money, or who. It's just all going to be put together. Yeah. Okay. Somebody do me a favor. Somebody go in on number 26. I'm going to pin it. Somebody go pre-bid on it. I'm not going to run it. I promise. I'm not going to run it. It's just for training purposes. If somebody could just pre-bid, put like 19. Somebody do that. And then one other person pre-bid 20. I'm not running it. I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like. Okay. Okay. Thank you. This is just the best way for training. Okay, so I went into the shop. I went pre-bid. But do you see what I'm talking about here? So we have the original pre-bid, pre-bid 19, pre-bid 20. But if somebody else pre-bid on another item in there, it will be intermixed. It is a cute Tanala. But as you can see, it will list it every single time there's a new pre-bid. Does that make sense? So if someone pre-bids on something else in my auction tab, yeah, and I see the picture as well. Somebody pre-bid $1 on this one at the bottom, just so I can show you guys. Again, I'm not running it. Not running it. So don't feel any pressure. You guys are amazing, but I'm not gonna run it. Let me get out of that. Go back to my auction activity pre-bids. Whoa. And again, I'm hitting wrong buttons. Activity. There we go. See what I mean? And if somebody goes back to the Tanala and pre-bids again, it will be intermixed in there. So how do you see the difference when you're live? Especially as you're running things. And you have, let's say you have 50 pre-bids. It's a cluster. You see what I mean? How it's just not, it's not user friendly. They just need to have a button that says this item has a pre-bid. This one has a pre-bid. Get an iPhone, you'll see. I am on an iPhone right now, and it literally looks the same way as an Android. My camera right now is an Android, okay? Or an iPhone. I'm testing something. I need to test that. The other day I was showing white things and was making everything glare out on my iPad. I'm going to use my iPhone from now on. So I put a $9 max in. You can't see if it doesn't go up to that. Yes, I think I only see where you pre-bid to 2 on the dollar item on the one I have pinned at the bottom. Why do I have an iPhone and an Android? My Android is my old phone, and then my iPhone is my current phone. I didn't trade it in because T-Mobile lied to me and told me I could have 2 phone lines, and then they ended up charging me more. So I still have this one. That's okay. I use this one when I'm running my shows, and then I can use that one, and it's handy. Okay, so if I go in activity and don't filter it out to pre-bids, look at all the mess here. It shows like everything that's sold and then all the pre-bids. Ah! There we go. See that? That's a lot to filter through as a seller when you're live. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions? I need to finish loading for my show. Well, tomorrow. Oh, and you guys, if you like the community raid train, that is also tomorrow. I need to mention that. And I have a cutie patootie. I'm just going to take this off the stand. Do you guys see that? That is my dollar start for tomorrow. Isn't that adorable? That is for the community raid train. 3 pie birds. So helpful to see your screen. Yeah, it is helpful. Carrie Lynn, thank you so much. Appreciate you. What's your question? Ask your question. You know, you can ask any questions. Yes, I wanted to do that. It's a copper base, a copper toned bird cage, and then I put the pie birds in there, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's like little birdies inside the birdhouse. How can you find out where and when a train starts? Um, not every train is very coordinated, but if you want to find where a train starts, let's say tomorrow's train for the one that I'm running with Evergreen Estate Mariah, if you guys search Brass and Chinoiserie, you can find it should be all the listed shows for the whole day. And it should start for that one, should be listed at 7:45, but you can search that in your search. So if I go into again the search and I want to find the show, I'm going to go to the top and type in Brass and Rosary. Come on. Save shows. I got to see all the shows. There we go. It's going to be all the shows. So you can see it starts at 7:45 and then you can filter it down. Also, if you go into the person's show, if they are a good seller, which I'm not going to be one of them. Oh, I am. Okay. I actually have the listing of who is going to be on. I need to get that updated, but it's going to have in my show notes of who everybody is going to be on that train. But you can do that as well. Get off the train to support a friend, and then you can't find a train again. Just search by it. That's the easiest way, is to search by the train name. And if everybody has the shows named the same, which that is a number one thing, is to do Brass and Chinoiserie, or if it's blue and white or whatever it is, so you can search it out. Like there's one right here. Like they need to take their hearts out. And if you search blue and white, it should all come up as blue and white, for example. Hi, Moonlit Vintage, welcome in. But that's how you can search out raid trains if you can't find it. So like tomorrow, the community raid train is also going to be going on. So if I search out the community raid train, I got to expand it out. 1 second. They're doing another one. Why the hell are people copying? Oh, right. Sorry, I'm getting snappy. If you guys see that logo with the same thumbnail, you can see like where it's going to start, which I don't know why I'm not seeing someone's thumbnail. But anyways, you can see community train and you can see like where it's all going, who's going to be next and all of that. You can search that up. Somebody did ask me what the community train is, and basically it is the community of whatnot that gets together. We only increase it by so many every month. Everyone is welcome. You just have to ask to join. It just takes a little bit of time to get you worked in because it's a 3 minutes that you are physically live selling and rating into each other. But the theory of it is everybody gets 3 minutes live, and you want to gather all your friends in to come hang out with you, and then you're going to be raiding and leapfrogging into each other until the very end. And basically we want to keep gathering all our friends and build it and build it and build it, so we get like a really big raid, and then at the end we go and bless somebody, and typically it's somebody that is struggling on the app, that needs extra love, somebody that had something happen in their family. Like the last one for last month was her husband had a stroke, her mom passed away, they had no money for the funeral, and she was working full time, and it's a crying train. It is. Her mom passed away and they didn't have money for the funeral, and then she's working full time and her job's been giving her a hard time and hasn't been able to pay her for like whenever she has to be out to take care of things. And so she's been relying on whatnot for the extra income. And it was just a raid train, and people go in there and tip. They buy everything that's available to buy and purchase. It's just like the community giving back. It's really moving and touching, and it's just life changing to whoever gets the raid. I joined it at the beginning. It was Found Vintage Co. is who came up with this idea, and it's literally has grown. It started with like I think 6 people, and now it has grown, and now it takes about 3 to 4 hours to actually go from start to finish, and that's with everybody going 3 minutes. So you can imagine how many people is on this train. It takes so many people working together for it to run smoothly, and I think the last month we were only behind like 5 minutes. It was absolutely incredible how on time it stayed, because we only had a 20-minute window to raid into somebody, and we did it. It was incredible, incredible. It takes a lot of work to make that happen. There's a lot of juggling. I I scheduled a 10-minute raid train one time, and you guys, I about lost my freaking bananas. It is so freaking hard. It is so hard to keep that many people going and keep everything on track because people drop off out the last minute. And it's like, dude, it's only 10 minutes. Well, this one's only 3 minutes and people still drop out. So I really love it. I have joined it since the beginning because I love the idea of it. Because, in my opinion, not only does the person at the very end get all the love, but I feel like every seller that is a part of it also gets new eyeballs to them, kind of like a regular raid train. You get new eyes coming into you because the people, several people before you raid into you. So there's new eyes that are meeting you every single time. And then you raid your friends into somebody, so that's even more love to the next person and next person and next person. And it's just, I really love it. I really love it. It means so much. And then we all run a banger during that time. That was another test that we did. And we feel like we kept more people on the train by running banger items. So everybody brings like something special every train. So, like, I did that little vignette. Some people bring art, all kinds of different stuff. It's just absolutely wild, like what we can come up with. So, I was at the end, like right before we raided into somebody one time, and I had like 600 people in the room. I was shaking. I was shaking. It was crazy, you guys. Absolutely crazy, but it is so much fun. But if you guys are interested, just message Found Vintage Co. Tell him I sent you. Apparently, I think that helps. I don't know. But he can get you added to the list. It's just they only allow so many people at a time to join just because we have to make sure you understand the process. So it does go smoothly every time that we do the train. I think it's like every 3 to 4 weeks that we do the train. So it's really cool. Really, really cool, you guys. Um, I really like that train. And I think there's other categories that do this kind of train as well. And once they raid you to bless you, then you get to join that train, and then they keep adding on every month. And so there's other categories that do it as well. And it's really cool. I think like estate sale category has seen do one similar to that, and some other things. So I think that's really neat. Really cool. So just how do you get a part of those trains? You just talk to people, communicate. Word of mouth is the best thing. Make friends, be social. That's how you get along in this app, in my opinion. That's how you make community. So, did I miss any questions while I was yapping? Um, I'm trying to scroll back, see if I missed anything. I don't think I did. Just what flat rate to get? Oh, I saw that. Okay, the GSC got you. I have a service dog. Oh, you missed my conversation earlier. I was talking about my babies. I used to have 3, and now I have 1 left, but they are the best dogs. Bunkhouse, by the way. Okay, Livy, question. The flat rate boxes, typically the ones that I purchase the most, UPS was giving you a hard time getting an account. Well, just create a business account. It's free. And then you go on there and purchase the free boxes, and then they will ship them to your house. You just have to pick for the free boxes and, shipping on their time, and it's absolutely free for the boxes. I buy the medium flat rate, the top loading, and I get the medium flat rate side loading sometimes. And then I also get the large flat rate boxes, top loading. Those are the most common ones that I purchase. And then I also get the large mailing boxes, and which is about the same size as the large flat rate, but they're taller. I think it's like 8 inches versus 6. I get some side loading ones, and then I get the 6 by 6 by 6 size for the small boxes, as long as they're a pound. But those are the most common ones that I do purchase. Yes, I order them from a computer. FYI, UPS business accounts. If you ship UPS, you can get free labels. Yes, you can get free labels. I buy my own because I don't really ship UPS very much. So, but yes, you can totally do that. I just buy mine. I get like 1,000 for like $13. 1,000 for $13. And you guys, that if I'm doing a really good selling month, that would last me about a month. And that's me shipping the labels as well as the packing slips. So medium, large, side loading, and 6 by 6. Yes. Oh, and if you guys ship art and it's like canvas where you can roll it, you can get the triangle tubes. You can get that on there. It really just depends on what you are going to be selling, on what boxes you prefer. But I sell a lot of vintage decor, and those are the ones I commonly purchase. I print the packing slips on thermal. Yes. Yeah. Because I'm not paying for ink. I don't like paying for ink. Hey, Vantiques, welcome in. I don't like paying for ink. So that's why I use my thermal printer. And then I just have to pay for the label, and it's cheaper because I'm already buying the labels in bulk. I mean, you can get like 4,000 labels in a go if you want to, but you have to then store it all. That's another thing. Hey, Wayward Wonders, welcome in. Good to see you. I always see you in Shelby shows. See, that's how you make friends, guys. You see people in other shows and they come in and say hi. That's how it works. Be social. What's another box in your house? Ah, that's your little bee. Yes, Shelby's hilarious. She's like, "You finally showed up on time, Amanda." I know, I'm always late to her shows typically. But sometimes I get the alert and I'm like, "Oh, I'll pop in and say hi so she can pick on me for a few minutes." You're hopping around everywhere too. Yeah, I'm always hopping around. Boxes everywhere. I hate breaking them down and they're taking over. Yeah, you have to break them down unless you know you're going to be using them within a week. Because if I buy something, it's Shelby Belby's Thrifts, I believe. I believe. Don't get mad at me, but I believe it's Shelby Belby. I met Shelby Belby through the Hodgepodge place. And then that's how I met Ho to the Mo and Cherry Bomb Vintage. And who else is commonly in there? There's a lot of sellers that are in there. And I met a lot of people through her. There's so many boxes, empty ones, full ones. Yeah. If what I do is stop buying so much on Whatnot. Did I just say that? Yes. And then try to use the boxes as they come in to pack the new stuff that you're selling. But you know what? That's really, really hard to do. So it's really good to break them down while you can and store them flat, and I store them by what they are. So I have like large mailing boxes, large flat rate, medium flat rate, and I kind of, keep them sorted that way. So whenever I'm doing my packing, I could just pull, okay, I want that one. Okay, I want that one, whenever I'm pulling. And then I have my paper and my bubble and my tape and everything, nearby. So it's really easy to do the packing. The box size I need to get is long and narrow by 18 by 6 by 6 to use for rolling pins. and seeing drawers. I haven't looked yet to see what's the cheapest. Um, Greenhouse Junk Teaks. Go on the USPS website. Look up the shoebox. And if you do the shoebox, it is a mailing or shipping box. You can franken them. We were talking about you, Shelby. You were late, by the way. I've been live for I don't know how long, and you just arrived. Rude. I got to get you back. Oh yeah, the triangle boxes could work as well. The shoe boxes I was talking about, if you guys can imagine old school shoe boxes, you can get those from USPS.com, and you can, if you need it a little bit longer for like the really big rolling pins, you can Frankenbox those together. I think that would work. I used them for a sewing drawer and it worked. It worked really good. I guess I could use the two shoe boxes. The triangle ones are really long, but if that's the only thing you're shipping, it could work just fine for shipping a rolling pin. But I typically use those for sewing drawers and rolling pins. And then also the side loading boxes. I have used those for rolling pins as well, if that's helpful. I mean, they're free, so like why not? But you can always make those smaller if you don't want them as wide, if you're only shipping like a single rolling pin. Can we Frankenbox priority mailboxes as long as the weight is correct? Yes. Show me more vintage. Except the exception to that rule is you cannot Frankenbox flat rate boxes. If it is a priority shipping or mailing box, yes. But if it says flat rate on it, you cannot. That's the only exception. Yeah. Yep. Yes, I have Frankenbox them as well. And also, by the way, you can Franken a. Don't do it because I accidentally did it because I didn't notice at first and I already got it to the post office. But I put a side loading flat rate box with a side loading shipping box together and I Frankened them and I put a flat rate label on it. And then I took it to the post office and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, can I do that? And she's like, they might charge you some more whenever it gets to your customer, but it's fine. But it happened and I didn't get notified by my customer. She's just like, you can't take it back. I already scanned it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I hope it all doesn't go out the window. It will be fine. It will be fine. You can just message a seller such as me and be like, hey, I have a problem. Yeah, at least they took it. Yeah. My post office is like, they're awesome. My post office is awesome. And when I feel like they're getting grumpy, I take them cookies or muffins or banana bread or something. I spoil them with sugar and they're nice again for a while. But I love mine. And I'm like the only one that takes them a lot of boxes in the back door. So yesterday I took them like 48 boxes and they were so happy. I mean, they were grumbling, but I was like, there you go. You have work to do. And I just have to do their, what is it called? They give you the receipts from all the shipments after they scan them and they want me to do the survey at the bottom. That's the only thing I have to do. So I go on all my devices and, take a picture and scan the receipts and give them a good review. Do you think it's bad if I have them pick up instead of dropping off? Well, if you're able to get them to pick up and actually scan all their boxes, then I think it's fine. But I heard a lot of people doing pickups and they weren't scanning their boxes and it was causing a problem. So you really want them to scan it and where you have a receipt for it. I live in a tiny town. They do not pick up near me. So I have to take them to the post office myself, which is fine. Um, but I get I know it's there. I know they scan them for me. They don't give me a fit. And what they do is they scan like 10 and print a receipt and then they wait a little bit and then scan some more. So then they basically have the ability of getting more surveys and they get, it looks like they're getting more business in the front door. It makes them look better. So they're fine with that. I keep them in business. Yeah. They are smart. I mean, it's a tiny town. They're not very busy. So by them doing that, it makes them look busy and it keeps them where they have enough people on staff, which is very handy because otherwise there'll only be one person and it gets really stressful some days. Flying Turtle, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you so much. I'm Amanda with Gems and Joy. If you guys are not familiar with me, I find gems in the wild that bring you joy. Today we're doing a seller support show. So if you guys have any questions for me, let me know. I can also do buyer support if y'all have questions as well. No big deal. But thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a good show. And Flying Turtle, I am following you. I am following you. You love silver. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. I clicked away. Can you guys hear me? I clicked the wrong button. I was trying to read her profile and it just went bloop. Hello. But Flying Turtle, thank you so much. I'm not gonna do that again, so I can't read the rest of your profile, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. What was I saying before that raid? I got distracted. They weren't scanning yours at the pickup, not when it arrived, and left the local post office. You don't trust them, so you drag your butt in there with a million boxes. Yep. Yep. Just tell them that it is job security for them to show that they are scanning in those boxes. And if they have to do 10 at a time and print a receipt, it's okay. Just tell them if they need to 10 at a time, print a receipt so they can get have you do the thing at the bottom, then do that. Just tell them I will give you good reviews if you scan them for me. And that gives them credit. Apparently, they have to actually document now when they're asking you to fill out the survey and all of that. That's what my post office worker told me. So maybe you can just persuade them that, hey, I will do the thing at the bottom of the receipt if you will just scan them. Do 10 at a time. Give me 10 of them. I will keep doing them, so you get more, stars to your name or whatever. That's what I would do. Whatever works, you guys. Maybe it also helps me that my Christy stopped that shit. Maybe it also helps that my post office worker is also my neighbor across the street. So maybe that's helpful. I don't know because I can also TP her house if she makes me mad. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Should I ask them to pick up at your house? You can. You just have to make sure that they scan it in, Lily. If they don't scan it, saying that they took credit. Oh my gosh, Shelby, stop your stop it. I'm not gonna do that. That's horrible. She probably has cameras or something. Um, yeah, you just need to make sure that they scan it because it keeps track of your percentage rate of when it was dropped down, when it when the post office became in possession of the box, that you definitely need them to scan it. Someone said the postman gets a bonus for doing pickups. I heard that too. I don't know if it's true, but I heard that. And tell them they'll get extra bonuses if they pick up every week and it's a lot of boxes, that you'll make them a dozen cookies or something special. And if they leave a receipt that, the next time that they come, that you'll do that. You have to be careful with gift cards because they are government, and I think the gift cards can't be very high. So that's why I always resort to food items or handmade things so they can't get in trouble that way. Give them a whatnot giveaway. Heck yeah. Or he gets credit for each scan. He doesn't want a scan sheet. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think it can't be over 20. Yeah, I don't really know what it is. I remember I walked in there one day with candles and she's like, I don't know if I can take this. And I was like, well, it was technically hand poured by a friend of mine. So it's handmade. And she's like, oh, okay. So I don't know what their rules on gifts are. So just be careful. I was thinking a little Dunkin' here and there. Oh yeah, a little coffee, a little some donuts. You can make them some cookies, or I take mine cookies and brownies. You can make banana bread. Just make a little extra if you're cooking something. Yeah, coffee fuel if they like that. You can ask them what they like. If I were to come in and spoil you, what would you like? Do you like coffee? You can ask them. I asked mine because I asked them, like, do you have any food allergies? Because I don't want to give somebody that has an allergy to nuts. I don't want to give them something that had nuts in it. So I always ask. Always ask, especially if it's something food related. Um, oh, now it shows me how long I've been on 2 hours and 18 minutes. Awesome sauce. I keep My son is in love with the postal lady. We took her flowers for Valentine's. Aw, that's so sweet, Shelby. Oh, kids are so sweet. See, I wasn't that late. 2 hours, ma'am. If I was in your show, you already been off. Just saying. Just saying. I don't always get the alerts whenever you go live. So if you see me pop in, that means I got an alert and I popped in and said hi. Hey, all is fair. You only came in because somebody tagged you. Otherwise, you're on my shit list. Okay. Yeah, we need to do our little rift after we meet up so then we can cause some drama on the whatnot and see what people say, because I think that would be hilarious. Hey, Patina Penny, welcome in. Hello, hello, friends. I definitely need to repaint that. Okay, I need to stop looking at stuff. Dame Webe. Okay, you guys, any last questions before I hop off? I need to finish prepping for my show tomorrow and get everything loaded and all that stuff. And I'm literally lollygagging, and I probably have to feed Patrick soon. Because he's like he gets hungry or something. I don't understand why I gotta feed him. Yes, and you want dinner. Oh my gosh, you weren't supposed to be listening. Patrick. You were not supposed to be listening. Oh, look at him. He wants dinner. He didn't want dinner last night on his birthday. He's like, I'm going fishing. It was easy last night. I'm just like, okay, we'll come home so you can have your birthday dessert. He had cheesecake. He's another year older. He had an awful day yesterday, so I didn't judge him. He went fishing after work. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions come through. So let's see who we can raid. But if you guys have any questions, definitely ask them because I'm still can read the screen. I'm just trying to see who is on. Oh, Misa Jane's on. Let's go see Misa Jane. I love hanging out with her. She's so much fun and high energy. I love that. One last time, who do we contact about community raid? Found Vintage Co. Found Vintage Co. is who does the community raid train. And he lets anybody in there. Even if you're in a different category, he totally lets anybody in there. And I met some cool people that way. I love it. I tried to say that autocorrect said most. That's so funny. Thank you guys for all your purchases of the shipping guide. I appreciate it. It just gives me a little bit extra, just for my time hanging out on here. And I hope it is helpful. I will try to be back next Monday with another seller support. So if you guys have more questions, definitely bookmark my next show. I appreciate you guys. And let's go right into Misa Jane. Oh my gosh, did you really say that? I never get to raid into her, so I want to raid into Misa Jane. So let's go see her, and I will see you guys later. Bye.